Satya, mind, body, spirit, health, and healing.
Which might be impossible to imagine 20 years ago, but we've had this explosion of what we call biohacking. And so we have all these new devices that people can wear on their own bodies and get their own data, day in and day out of how much REM sleep did they get, how much, inflammatory markers they have in their urine, how much, blood sugar is in their bloodstream when they first wake up in the morning. Like, this data is now, interestingly, readily available to an individual consumer with absolutely no medical training. I think that similar to the probiotics, which were kind of our first foray into saying, hey, some bacteria might be good, because up until the 1970s, we just thought all bacteria were our enemy. There was a crack in that. We fast forward 40, 50 years, and we find out, probiotics was actually not an answer to gut health. You can't actually create a diverse ecosystem by taking billions of copies of 3 species of bacteria as you do in a probiotic. But at least it got us down that road. And I feel the same way for biohacking, is that we've been super reductionist again, and people are running around spending hours a day keeping track of their blood sugar and their hours of sleep and all of this. And for that, I see a lot of them really missing out on life. Relationships aren't alive. Their connection to nature is not alive. Their connection to just feeling freaking glad to be alive has been a forgotten goal. And instead, it's my success is my blood sugar and my resting heart rate and my heart rate variability and my Oura Ring data. And that's an unfortunate result of what seemed to be a good idea of, like, let's strive for health and longevity, when perhaps we hadn't yet answered the question of, what does it feel like to be alive? Maybe that's the goal.
Mm-mm.